Big production.
Yo, what is good? All right, so we're looking at the Bitcoin chart. I'm going to look at Ethereum after too. It's going to be a shorter video because I'm going to keep it as simple as possible here. We have the Bitcoin chart. Right now, I'm looking at this in the log chart form. Why am I looking at it in the log chart form? Is because it is now able to chart an exponential trend and make it look not crazy. Like, for example, like if I take it out of the log chart, it looks insane. Like Bitcoin looks like it's just one massive range from 67,000 to 30,000 pretty much. Like it looks crazy and it looks extremely volatile. When you put it in the log form though, and you zoom in and get a better idea of what's going on, you could put on the weekly time frame too, whatever. It really doesn't look that crazy. It is a exponential uptrend. There's going to be volatility along the way, of course. So now that we're zoomed in and we understand, right? This is the log chart. This is what I'm looking at. And I'm keeping it this simple because right now is not an environment where my strategy works. Like I could try to find a bunch of bullish patterns and they'll be short-term plays. And with what's going on right now with me at work and not being able to swing for long durations of time because it is a bear market, it doesn't work for me. So it's a lot easier to dollar cost average and get a better like long-term idea of how I can capitalize on this play here. So we understand this, right? I'm using the Fibonacci retracement tool. Now, for those who don't know what that is, it's a tool to help you find like where is a good pullback area in a chart. All charts trend up and down. Where could be an area in the chart that there's going to be a potential for it to come back to. That's simply how I look at it. I don't want to overcomplicate anything. So when we use that, we have these levels marked out. It's come back to the golden pocket. So we could look for it to hold this area. That would be pretty bullish. If it doesn't, and the bear market continues to the downside, and we have more like fear, uncertainty, doubt, news, all this stuff come out, we could come back to previous all-time highs, which was back in December 2017, we were at 19,000. So I'm looking for that range. We could potentially come back into this 19,000 to 17,000 range, maybe 16,000. I don't want to mark that out. Like I want to be oblivious to that. So I'm marking this area out. That is going to be the next area in the chart where it's going to, people are going to be shitting themselves. It's going to be, oh, Bitcoin is fake. Bitcoin, it's not a real asset, etc., etc. All the fear down here will be at all-time highs, which means it would be a perfect area to get shares. So that's what I have marked out, and I'm looking for that in the Bitcoin chart. In the meanwhile, I'm simply dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin. And I got the same thing going on with Ethereum. I want to see if we potentially come back to December all-time highs of 2017. The 0.786 lines up perfectly in that range, and if you look at it from, again, the log chart perspective, like it would make sense for it to hold that area and continue the uptrend. Again, these are the most volatile assets out there. To be surprised that it could go up hundreds, if not 1,000%, and then come back down like 60% is kind of unrealistic not to be like surprised at that. So just keep that in mind if Bitcoin is something you're looking into. And again, right, like I'm no Bitcoin guru. You could probably find better videos online of people explaining what Bitcoin is and why it's such a significant like macroeconomic play. Like it's not just a trade. This is like something long term in the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years. So do more research on that if you want to have more conviction in Bitcoin, because I do think it's something worth holding. Peace.